mine, and then I have two. But 15.
I think worse than you
Yeah.
with the only playing one, because I only want to use my nice when I teach too.
Yeah, I would, and I do when I sit here and I teach.
Sure.
I'll use my concert guitar
You
because
don't want to be out on
around.
the street with it.
But yeah, and it's also heavy. I have to use the hard case for it. The guitar itself is heavier than normal, so it's a lot of walking around and subways and like no, it's not like I put it in a car and drive. I actually get on a subway and deal with people. Well, I used to, not anymore.
Yeah. What you do for that now?
Right now, everything's in person, so I pretend like I commute from one corner of the apartment to the other. I almost thought of getting an electric scooter to avoid the subways when things opened up, because even though things will open up, I don't know if I want to be with my face 2 centimeters away from somebody else's face on a subway.
Okay.
But I don't know. Scooting around New York City is probably more dangerous.
Yeah, you're more likely to have a major issue on the scooter.
Yeah, and then I was pointed out that I would have to wear a helmet, and curly hair and helmet, not a good combination. So vanity is gonna guide me not to get a scooter.
Yeah. What kind of scooter you thinking? The one where you sit down, or
No,
like one?
no, I would
Oh.
die. I would definitely. This would be the last time you see me if I got one of those. No, it was like it's even sillier. It's the one that you would put your foot down and you push with your other foot, but the electric version of that. So you
Yeah, where you
stand
just
on
kind of
it
stand on.
with
I
the
have
tiny
one of
little
those
wheels.
actually.
You
Yeah,
like it?
I do. I like it.
Oh,
I
don't
got a
tell me
really
this.
good deal on it from a friend of ours at a music festival, and he was trying to ship it back to himself in California, and that would have been like really expensive. And he said he already had one over there, so I just got a really good deal on it. And actually, right now it's got a flat tire. I got to go figure it out. But usually I get that in my car and I just like, scoot from the garage to the building and stuff like that.
Oh,
UF has got
see,
a huge campus, so
you're
it's
not helping
perfect for
the
those things.
situation for me.
But see, in New York City though, like
No,
going
it's
from
actually technically it's illegal. They're legal
oh,
here in New York City. So for a while,
oh,
probably won't be getting one.
well, at least you're not getting any tickets if you don't have it.
That's true. That's true. I was looking into one that would have solid tires, so I don't have to deal with punctured, potential
Yeah,
punctured tires. So,
I think these ones have like they don't have the thing in the on the inside. They just like inflate onto the actual tire,
oh, okay.
like
No
kind of
tube
like how
inside.
like run flats exactly, no tube inside, kind of like
Mm.
run flats are um, on cars. But still, I have a little pump that I try to use for it, and it just doesn't do it. As soon as I try to like take it out, it lets out all the air.
Oh,
So
okay.
there must be something I'm missing. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Ladies first, of course.
What would you like us to tell about ourselves? Okay, well, I'm Gohar Vardanian. I'm a guitarist originally from Armenia, and I am currently living in New York City. I guess that's it. What else can I say?
Steve left just to escape from
The
this.
pressure.
Steve, you want to go next?
Sure. I'm Steve Learn. I'm originally from San Diego and currently living in Tucson, Arizona. Just finished school away last year for my doctorate and stuck in quarantine.
Very cool. Also, a recent winner of the Columbus competition.
Thank you.
Yeah,
The last American competition.
very well done. Yeah, I
I
heard
think there
you
was one
killed it.
more. There was dead, I guess, before this all happened.
Nice, nice, very good. Well, I guess last but not least, I'm Sylvie Choulet. I teach guitar at University of Florida. I play classical and flamenco guitar. I have for many years now. And I'm originally from Romania, but I've been living in the States for the past 15 years or so.
Yeah.
So looking
Fifth,
forward to hearing some awesome guitar playing today.
Yeah, same. Okay.
Okay, great.
Hello, my name is Marcin Kuzniar, and I'm going to play variations on a theme of Debussy by Tilman Hopstock, aka Alan Wilcox. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Machine. Great job.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Great job.
Beautiful playing.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Have you guys heard that before?
No.
I have not. No.
Beautiful.
Have you heard
Beautiful
it before,
piece.
No, I've never heard it.
I loved how it had a like that impressionistic Ravel-ish thing coming through. You don't hear that very often on the guitar. Like it's not the repertoire we have anything in, unfortunately.
Yeah, I love that kind of repertoire. You know, you don't hear it very often, so that's good. Nice dark tone,
Yeah.
big sound.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Enjoyed it.
It's really difficult too to have that kind of pianistic, big, wide phrasing that's required for the style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a lot of technique and speed to connect and everything.
Yeah. No, it was beautiful.
What a cool piece. That's by Tillman Hopstock, huh?
Yeah, that's what he said. Right?
It's an arranged Debussy by Hopstock.
Oh, okay.
Or was it by him? I don't know. I didn't hear it very well. I thought he said it was a piece by Debussy.
I think it's
I
an
heard
homage
that too.
or something.
Homage.
That's the part I don't remember too, if it was like an homage or actually written.
And if just Tillman wrote, that's even more impressive.
Right?
I just thought Debussy.
That's cool.
I'm a fan of anything that Tillman Hopstock does. That's just anything.
Yeah, it's hard not to like it if it's good. You know, I mean, that's cool. Well, way to start us off, Marcin.
That's right. I'm ready. Yeah.
Ready to rumble.
Myself.
Hi, my name is Andres Madariaga, and I'm going to play from Luigi Lignani, Fantasia Opus 19, and I will finish with an idea from Leo Grauer. Thank you very much.
Great job, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful playing.
Thank you. That was very nice. Very diverse program.
Yeah, good to see the contrast between the two pieces and how he approaches it.
Yeah, very nice. I would have started with the slow piece and then played the faster one.
To warm up?
Yeah, to warm up and get kind of accustomed. You just went for it.
Yeah.
Nice. Not his first rodeo.
Although that Lignani is sort of a nice one because you just get a chord, and play it 4 times.
You get a feeling for the strings, right?
Yeah. You don't get much time before you're running fast. Lignani scale.
But then there's nice, you're doing it from your own home, so you do have the opportunity to warm up. It's not like you're waiting behind stage. And
that's exactly right.
And walked away from practice from 2 miles away.
To that point, I thought that was really cool thing about, I think Marcin's in Poland, if I remember correct. And I'm not sure where Andres is, but it's kind of cool to jump around the globe.
Yeah.
Person to person.
Even we're sitting in different parts of the United States.
That's true. The corners, basically. We just need somebody from Washington. We pretty much.
It's true, yeah. We got the 3 corners covered.
Yeah.
Who is next? I need to pull up the Okay.
Oh.
Cool, that's really creative.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you'd be good at taking hostages, Evan.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I realized that you couldn't hear me on the stream. I'm explaining a unique situation here. Speaking of around the globe, we have our next competitor all the way in Cuba. And this is a unique situation because in Cuba, there is no Zoom. So the way we arranged this to work to ensure that the recording was 100% one take and live was that we messaged her 5 minutes before the planned recording time a secret hand signal. We said hand signal, but it turned out to just say to play a D sharp on the guitar. And after she recorded the video, we required proof of the beginning of upload within 15 minutes of recording it. So everything is 100% live, and I'm explaining this all twice here because I had myself muted. So I will go ahead and share the screen with you all here with my computer sound so that the judges can hear the audio. And if you cannot, please just let me know. And in OBS, everyone should be able to see this. Let me get confirmation before we start. You guys can just chat for another second before we start here.
All right.
It was really
This is
cool doing
interesting.
the cell phone code, the timing, and everything. You have to think of all these things that could potentially be an avenue for more than one take, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. That would be cheating.
That would be cheating, yes. I didn't want to, yeah, it would be cheating.
I was just excited to see Evan's desktop, but it's not very exciting.
No, not really.
He's cleaned up. He cleaned up before.
He did. He even added a little on there and everything.
Hey,
My desktop actually looks like that. I don't keep anything on it.
Nice.
when in doubt, you make an all folder. Okay, I believe we're good to go, and we will go ahead and play that recording. If you guys cannot hear it, please just pop in.
Okay.
My name is Millet Padron, and I will play La Catedral by Agustín Barrios Mangoré and Arada by Federico Moreno Torroja.
I just came unmuted here because Steve Lerman, one of our judges, lost power to his computer, so I'll just keep this muted and hang out for, you guys can hang out for a second longer until we are able to come back in.
Okay. Well, I plugged my phone in, making sure all of this was going to be.
Imagine a tornado is happening in Arizona and he loses
Oh,
power.
man, that would suck. This house that I'm in actually right now was hit by a tornado, believe it
Can
or
you guys
not.
hear me okay?
Really? Yeah, we can hear you.
I had a power outage for like 2 seconds, so I had to reboot the computer.
Oh, nice.
We're just saying tornado in Arizona, but just the power outage.
All right.
Cool. I guess we're ready.
Okay, that was the 10.5-minute mark, and that's the competitors are limited to 10 minutes, so we decided to cut off there.
Can you repeat her name for us?
It's Ruffy. It's Millet Padron.
Millet.
And
Cool.
Beautiful, huh?
Yeah, sucks that she has that bad connection, but I mean, you can't, count that against her because, I mean, it's Cuba. It's what internet is slow there, and
Yeah.
I'm surprised that she was even able to do what she's doing. More power to her. Beautiful playing.
Beautiful playing. Oh, you're
In
on
the beginning, there were
mute.
parts that I couldn't really hear, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of
again,
moving in and out, but no,
Well,
it was
I
good.
think the first part, the volume was a little low.
Yeah, I just adjusted on my end, and I'm now gonna go back just to make sure that everybody else is in balance.
Sure.
that was my opportunity to scream really loud. So
How about my neighbors hear you?
Straighten that hair up.
Right. At least it'll fit in a helmet now, so.
Yeah, right.
There you go. Yeah.
Do you guys know what the second piece was? I've never heard that.
Was it Toroba? It was one
I
of the
think it was
Torobas,
Toroba.
right? Yeah. It was probably either one of the slow movements or I don't remember which one it is, but definitely Toroba.
I've heard it many times before. Yeah, it was beautifully played. I like that she didn't rush it. A lot of people rush that piece. They rush slow pieces. She really took her time with that, and also with the cathedral, right? She really took her time.
I was a little surprised when she got to the third movement that she had that kind of speed, and I like that. Like, not to have to prove anything on the movement.
To show off right from the beginning.
Yeah,
that's not what it's about. That's not what it's about. Those slow movements are about beauty, and I think she captured that really well. Absolutely. Very well done, Millet.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
Is it Liam that's next? Okay.
That's Liam Hendrick.
Hello, my name is Liam Hendrick. I will be performing Loop der Ganen by Johann Caspar Merz, and then I will play God and Relief by Rodrigo. Thank you.
Great job, Liam. Thanks.
Great.
Yeah,
Very nice.
playing.
All right.
That first piece is so beautiful.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
For Rodrigo, it always reminds me when it was first, I think it was like a GFA required piece once. Everybody was playing it. But before that, I didn't really like pay attention to it. And then everyone started playing it, and it's a beautiful piece.
I never get sick of hearing it. There's pieces that get played that often that I'm like, oh no, not again.
Not again, right? Yeah.
And he played it so well too. It was nice to hear it at that level. Sometimes people take it on too early.
Oh, not again, Junto. Oh. No, I mean it's really played a lot nowadays, and I'm glad. That's a beautiful piece. Why would it not?
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So is the Mertz,
No.
and the Mertz is sneaky hard. I mean, it looks easy.
You play it, right? The Mertz. Is it?
I played a different one. I'm Malvina, I think was the one you heard.
Oh, I thought you also played another one. Okay.
No.
Yeah, Malvina, I remember.
Yeah, that one, he's got those. Liam has those long pinkies. You need long pinkies for all those.
To get to places.
Cars, yeah.
You know, every time I hear that piece, the Junto, I mean, I like the Mertz. I like the piece. I'm not a big fan of Mertz in general. Just gonna say that. But I think he did a wonderful job. The Junto, though, what I really, every time I hear that piece, I try to think about, you know, what was Rodrigo thinking, you know, when he sat down right next to the Generalife.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't see, you know, because he was blind, and he had to like just sit down and listen, you know. And what you can hear in there, you know, his music is like that. And Los Trigales, no wonder they're from the same cycle, you know, por los campos de España. And Los Trigales is the same way, you know. You hear the bell, you know, whenever it's time for lunch, for the workers. You know, like all of this stuff, you know, the working, go to work. All right, here we go. You know, and in a similar fashion, I think this piece, the Junto, is like that. You know, sitting right next to the beautiful gardens of the Generalife, with all that Moorish, you know, architecture and the beautiful gardens and everything, and you can't see any of that.
Yeah,
you're just listening to it, and look what came out. I mean, what a beautiful piece, you know. I think without looking, without seeing, you know, you can still see that the grandeur of that place.
I always play vocation and dance because of that. It just, when you think of like what it means, he did such a great job making it sound like exactly what it is, like making like this spirit coming back to life, and the dance, and like the spookiness of it. I think he had a gift for making music tell a story.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like the second, you know, the second movement of the Aranjuez with the loss of a child, you know, the being like the really, you know, dark cloud that you hear about that, but then also the happiness, the light at the end of the tunnel, you know, the serenity of that ending, you know. I feel like, you know, Rodrigo, you know, really encompassed that really well. Yeah, it's just beautiful.
And that's why the stuff's fun to play, because you get to mess around with it.
He's one of my favorites. I wish it was just a little easier to play, because it's just like, you know, I would play so much more of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Liam did great, and he definitely did it justice. So that was really nice. Thank you, Liam. I believe we're ready, I guess, right?
Yeah. I'm ready.
Alrighty. Oh yeah.
All right. Can everyone hear me okay? All right, great. Well, my name is Samuel Hines, and I'm going to be playing the Prelude in E major by Johann Sebastian Bach, followed by Tedesco's Capriccio de Goya number 18, El Sueño de la Razón, Produce Monstros. Thank you.
Good job, Sam. Thanks.
Thanks. Good job.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
One of my favorite pieces.
I know, right?
The 18. I like the Bach too. I love everything with Bach, but
Yeah. It was a great program, the contrast.
Mm-hmm. Tedesco has to be one of my favorite composers. I don't think he wrote anything that I don't like.
I would agree.
Again,
though, I wish they were easier, just like the Rodrigo.
I know. Especially that one. Who wants to do bars with their second finger? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I am meddling with the Capriccio Diabolico right now.
Oh, nice.
And it's by far the easiest out of all the Tedesco pieces out there. Yeah. And it's not easy, but it's it's playable, especially Segovia's edition.
And you can get all the good stuff you like out of Tedesco for it. All those the drama and the dark color and all that kind of
beautiful
stuff.
Melodies, and then and the dark color is definitely something I gravitate towards.
It's not that diabolical though.
No, yeah. Well, you can make it one, I guess.
The diabolical caprice is not really that diabolical. It's only diabolical because of Paganini, right? Oh, this one is.
This is diabolical.
I remember practicing this for the GFA. Yeah, this was tough, for sure.
It's on my list. I meddled around with it. I figured out the fingerings that work for my hands and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then you get distracted by other things that are more immediate, that are needed, and now it's on the back burner. And then you get like, oh, but I should learn this and that, but it's on the list of things.
That's true.
I'd like to buy like 3 or 4 of those, but you got to have the time. You got to plan that out for a program.
Yeah, you think farther away. Like you start learning for like a year from now to be able to play it.
Yeah.
Cool. I really like how it sounds like Bésame Mucho.
Now that
Thanks for ruining it. Yeah, it's fantastic.
It does
now
sound
I'm never not going to be able to not hear Bésame Mucho.
Yeah.
You kind of ruined it for me.
Totally ruined.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're both very welcome. But that to me makes it an even better piece.
It makes Bésame Mucho better.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. No, not the other way around. I just really didn't like Bésame Mucho until I heard the Tedesco version. Yeah, that was beautiful. Nice.
Next time I'm on a New York City subway and Bésame Mucho comes on, I will definitely imagine Tedesco. I guess we're ready for the next one, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
It sounds good? Okay. I start? Okay. My name is Susana Frade Machado, and today I would like to play the second and third movements from Aquarel, Valsiana, and Tocatina, and finally Junto al Generalife by Joaquin Rodrigo.
Beautiful playing.
Great job. Thanks, Susanna.
Thanks.
Very nice.
Well, we got to hear Rodrigo again.
Yeah.
Talking about how beautiful it was to begin with.
Sure.
Got a little encore, unintended.
Yeah. It shows what having a nice microphone can do too. I mean, that was with her
Yeah.
great sound. It was almost like in person.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That her sound was clearer when it came through.
Yeah. Beautiful sound.
Thick.
Yeah. Although, you know, sometimes when you have a lot of experience hearing the guitar, whether through speakers in live situations, you can tell if it's the technology that's messing everyone's sound up or if it's just their playing. Like there's moments where the technology catches up and you can tell like, yeah, he can play. The sound is beautiful. It's just the internet or whatever it is. Hers just was most consistently clear.
Yeah, and it was obviously both because you don't get a sound like that just because you have a good mic. It's a great mic.
And the other contestants, even if the sound didn't compare, you could tell what they can do just even from the hand position alone and the way they play and from the phrasing and little glimpses we get of the pretty sound and Between the three of us, we've probably heard so many guitar notes being plucked. Our own playing, judging others, teaching others.
Yeah, I mean, that's the job, right?
Yeah.
I think it was nice hearing two of the same piece, and I can see why it's nice when competitions have a set piece. I mean, it's horrible to listen to if you have a first round where you listen to 60 people with the same piece, but it's really nice to hear the difference.
Or 154 or
yeah,
many.
Yeah, right.
Can you imagine that? Yeah, that would be everybody play Udo. Oh no.
Yeah, it really just, you have to pick a piece that you're okay losing for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it'd be a short. It'd have to be a really short piece.
Yeah, just pick like a fantasy, a Renaissance fantasy or something, just a short 2-page thing that you don't care.
And they kind of all sound the same too. You might confuse it with something else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'd like to see though, like Steve was saying, all the different choices that people have made, Yeah. I mean, they're all really good choices, It's just different, how she did that how she played that last scale, and how Liam played that last scale, and how other people play that last scale, and it's good to see that,
It's also nice to see when everyone is from a different part of the world, because whenever, let's say in the United States, there's a certain couple of pieces that become popular for a period of time and everyone is playing it, and other pieces get ignored and not played at all. When you start hearing competitors from different parts of the world, it's almost like it's a wider range of repertoire that's there. Like the very first person who played the Ravel, or the Debussy, sorry. I hadn't heard that before. Not a lot of people play it on this side of the pond.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the choices of repertoire. I mean, that's cool to see, like from every competitor, from one competitor to another. But it's really nice to see their different approaches. You can tell that it's guided by some of their strengths and some of their weaknesses.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what no one's got only strengths and no weaknesses. We got to face it. We got to, and it's great if you can hide those weaknesses and really bring out those.
And sometimes the repertoire you gravitate towards, even if you're not being calculating about it, thinking I'm good at scale, so I'm going to pick Rodrigo, or I'm good at tremolo, so I'm going to play Barrios or whatever. Even if the ones that you like, there usually are pieces that you're good at, like things that you can do better, you gravitate towards them, because when you're doing them, you're enjoying your playing, you're not struggling, because it's this piece that has this technique in it that you're just horrible at.
And that's really what it's all about, enjoying one's playing,
Well, and you can see
if you're not enjoying it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, you can see on some of their pieces, there's those tricky spots, are coming up, and you're like, oh, let's see how they handle this. And of course, these are all amazing competitors, so they've figured out all these, ways to get something done, whether or not it's, doing rubato on something that's really difficult, or, they've had all these different ideas for how to get through these difficult things that maybe they couldn't pull off at tempo, or, with the lead up that they had.
You have to do it convincingly, I guess.
And we can tell, a good musician can tell what's those choices someone's making, but you can.
Because we're in the same boat. We're sitting around practicing, doing exactly the same thing, trying to figure out around it, so. Absolutely.
I mean, there's so many choices and just so many ways you could do it. That's great. That's the great thing about guitar, and really being able to bring those out, and see how everybody sort of, what they pick, and how, I might have not picked that, to me, it would be like, oh, wow, why would he or she do that? Okay. Well, but, if it's convincing and it's good and it's like, all right, that's good. Like, no, you can't say anything bad about it, even if you wanted to,
Yeah, if you didn't notice the hiccup, if you didn't have your own ideas about it, or if you weren't necessarily familiar with the piece, and you're just listening and it doesn't sound like, oh, what is he doing? Or what is she doing?
What I like hearing from them is when that they've thought about everything that they're doing. Mm-hmm. So nothing's happening by accident, and it comes across very clearly. And everyone we've been hearing today, they have planned these things out, and even if they have improvisation within that, musical improvisation, you can tell that they understand every section and what they want to do with it.
And it's part of it too. Like, we can say, like, okay, rubato, difficult place, rubato, but it makes it different from the next guy, right? Like, if we all played it absolutely correctly, it would sound exactly the same. So we're changing it, how you want to interpret it, to make it sound more interesting and make you a different artist from.
And it's a living thing. That the things on the page are just a guide for.
Yeah, they're more like guidelines anyway.
Yeah, it's like a dead Frankenstein, and we have to bring it to life with our electricity.
Exactly. With
Those
our
are
own
horrible.
voltage.
Throw that
Are we
one.
ready for the next person?
Oh yeah.
I think
Casey?
I think we have a break.
Oh, we have a break?
Evan tells us whether or not that's okay.
Yeah, we'll be taking a short 15 minutes.
Okay.
And,
15 minutes.
Nice. Wow, breaky.
And there will be a part 2 link on Facebook and YouTube for those of you watching. It will be a new link. So,
Okay.
Part 2. Stick around.
15 minutes. All right. And for us, we just stay in the same meeting, right? Okay. Cool.